In May 2024, China unleashed the dogs of war, literally. They build a Robo dog that is equipped with an automatic rifle that can fire at will. And that's just the beginning. More Chinese weapons contractors are building autonomous and semi-autonomous weapons systems. For example, Kestrel Defense developed a war dog that can be deployed by a drone. Let's quickly explore what these weapons mean for the rest of the world. The world changed forever in May 2024 when the Chinese military introduced robot dogs equipped with automatic rifles during joint military exercises with Cambodia. These robots can move forward, backward, jump, and lie down, mimicking real dogs. They are controlled remotely by soldiers using handheld devices. The main purpose of these robot dogs is to assist humans in urban combat operations, so they can take on tasks like reconnaissance and target identification, operations which human soldiers would perform otherwise. Right now, these robots are not fully autonomous. They require human operators to control their movements and actions. However, they are not widely deployed in the Chinese army, but have been showcased during specific military drills to demonstrate their potential capabilities. We don't know if China plans to unleash these literal dogs of war in the army as of yet, but since they unveiled them, I don't think it's going to be long before they're actually built. Chen Wei, a Chinese soldier, said, "It can serve as a new member in our urban combat operations, replacing our human members to conduct reconnaissance and identify enemies and strike the target." The reason these dogs are so capable is hidden inside their build. The Chinese mechanical war dogs are about the size of a medium dog, such as a Labrador. They have 4 mechanical legs so they can mimic the movement of real dogs, including walking, running, jumping, and lying down. But if you ask me, they look very similar to the dog robot they unveiled a few years back from Boston Dynamics. The main difference between the Boston Dynamics dog and the Chinese mechanical war dog is obviously the rifle, but also the color. The Chinese Robo dogs are typically painted in military colors to blend into their environment. As you can clearly see, their body is sleek and angular, made of durable materials like metal and composite plastics to withstand tough environments. The main goal of the designers when building these Robo dogs was mobility and balance. They have a lightweight automatic rifle on their back that can smash that like button, just like you should if you haven't done so already. But no, in all seriousness, the gun on their backs allows these Robo dogs to aim with precision and shoot at a target. They are positioned securely on their backs, so they're not expected to roll off their backs during dangerous missions. To help them navigate the tough terrain, these Robo dogs are equipped with multiple cameras and sensors. They also use cameras and sensors to identify targets and relay real-time video and data to operators. Speaking of which, as of today, these Robo dogs are not fully autonomous. A human operator makes all decisions about movement and firing. And although they have been showcased during military exercises, they are not in widespread use within the Chinese military. They are still being tested and refined. China is fine-tuning these robots and making sure they don't harm the home team. So, for the time being, each Robo dog needs to have a human soldier operating it from a distance. They control the Robo dogs with handheld devices like tablets or specialized remotes. The soldier can guide the robot's movements, aim the mounted weapon, and decide when to fire. And this is ultimately who decides when the robot dog gets to shoot at the enemy. The robots don't make that decision based on AI, software, and sensors. That being said, regardless of where they are, the robots are designed to handle any terrain. This includes stairs, rubble, or uneven ground. They can adapt their balance and posture for stability even under challenging conditions. And depending on the mission, the Robo dogs can be deployed for a couple of hours at a time thanks to the rechargeable batteries on their backs. For the time being, only the Chinese military has access to these specific Robo dogs. They are not available to civilians or other countries. The technology behind them is likely kept under lock and key inside some big Chinese vault to maintain a strategic advantage. But that still doesn't answer a fundamental question about these dogs. What would they be used for besides war? So let's say that a squad needs to clear a building in a hostile city. Then they will use the Robo dog to scout ahead, using its cameras to identify enemy positions and transmit live video to the squad, minimizing risks for soldiers. Or let's imagine a group of Chinese soldiers have to defend civilians, but they have to face an enemy sniper who is hidden on high ground. In that case, the Robo dog would climb the stairs or rugged terrain to reach the sniper's location. With just a few precise shots from its mounted rifle, while being remotely controlled, it could take out the enemy sniper. But what happens when a convoy of soldiers enters an ambush zone? Well, in that case, the Robo dog will scout ahead, using its sensors to detect hidden threats like enemy troops or improvised explosive devices. And using this crucial data, the team could make informed decisions about how to proceed. The use cases are truly endless for such a mobile weapon, which is why the face of warfare is changing so rapidly. More and more Chinese defense contractors are working on armed mobile robots like Kestrel. Kestrel Defense, a Chinese defense contractor, has developed an innovative system known as Bloodwing. This system combines a heavy-duty drone with an armed robotic dog. This tag team is designed to enhance the urban combat capabilities of soldiers like never before. In a demonstration video, the drone transports the folded robotic dog to a rooftop in a dense urban area. Upon landing, the drone releases the robot, which then unfolds and begins patrolling the area. The robotic dog is equipped with a Chinese QBB-97 light machine gun, allowing it to provide suppressive fire from elevated positions. This approach enables ground troops to execute a three-dimensional pincer attack with support from the robotic unit positioned above. So basically, China took two different types of modern military vehicles, drones and robotic dogs, to help troops on the ground de-escalate the situation much faster. The Bloodwing system is a shining example of what can happen when you integrate unmanned aerial and ground vehicles in modern warfare. It highlights the potential for remote-operated machines to perform tasks which would normally be carried out by human soldiers. While this technology is still in the experimental stage, it underscores the evolving landscape of military operations and the increasing role of robotics on the battlefield. Similar to the previous Robo dog, Bloodwing is controlled by a human being, but they only control some of the critical actions, like weapons firing and adjusting the movements. Because the technology is still in its infancy, the dog is not fully autonomous. That being said, it differs from the previous model because it can execute predefined commands like patrolling or following waypoints. This makes the dog perfect for high-risk missions where the Bloodwing can be deployed in hazardous zones where sending human soldiers would be too dangerous. It would also serve well in urban warfare thanks to its compact size and agility, which would make it ideal for navigating city streets and confined spaces. As you can see, not only is the computer landscape changing with the advent of AI, but so is the art of war. Autonomous systems are already changing our lives. There are fully autonomous flying drones. There's Valkyrie, the first ever AI-piloted fighter jet that is unmanned, robots wielding weapons, and remote-controlled drones that can pinpoint a target they want to attack with the utmost precision. All of these autonomous technologies can take on high-risk missions, such as clearing dangerous areas, conducting reconnaissance in hostile environments, or engaging heavily fortified enemy positions. This way, humans wouldn't be risking their lives on the battlefield. They would be acting as the supervisors, operating the semi-autonomous weapons from a distance. Also, unlike human soldiers who need rest, autonomous systems can operate continuously for extended periods, providing 24/7 surveillance, defense, and attack capabilities as long as they have recharged batteries waiting for them at the base. But all of this raises some serious ethical concerns, ranging from the simple, what would happen when you give machines the power to make life and death decisions, to the complex, does pushing a button mean soldiers don't feel remorse when taking the lives of enemies on the battlefield? Or in other words, does war become a video game? Here's another video AI enthusiasts loved watching. This is AI Exposed, demystifying the world of artificial intelligence, one video at a time.